Cayucas, 805 webcams. Obviously, we've got some cloud cover in the area. Interesting. Thunderstorm activity, which actually delayed the beginning of the Chargers-Raiders game in Los Angeles. Well, that activity has moved to the north, and now we have some thunderstorms just off the coastline. Now, this activity around us in Santa Barbara has produced a few measurable showers, but mostly in the hundredths of an inch. A lot of this is at the mid-levels here. We do have a marine warning in place because of the thunderstorms, because of the possibilities of lightning strikes and isolated waterspouts. That kind of activity can happen quickly out here. So most of it out over the water, but again, anything adjacent to it, definitely got to just kind of pay attention to what's going on the south coast. The thing is, we're going to see that activity wane a bit here in the early evening when we lose some heat, but there's another surge of moisture from the south that's going to try to get into the area overnight into early tomorrow. I think, again, we will be in the fall-off area for us on the south coast and the central coast, but it all bears watching. As we get into later Tuesday, perhaps some activity at the higher elevations of the Santa Ynez Mountains. For the central coast, we're going to see more of that marine influence starting to push back in here. Pockets of mist and drizzle midweek and beyond. As temperatures cool, a major pattern change will happen. The next activity from the north is actually more significant because down the road, it gives us the hope for more rain. Not like this scattered thunderstorm activity, but larger regional type rains. You can see here what we're talking about today, this mid-level instability. It's altocumulus that's building up here. There's some space between the showers and the ground, so a lot of the electrical activity is intercloud. But again, it does bear watching for the south coast because, again, we do have the higher elevations there. And here's a really good look at what's going on. You see the low-level scud clouds in here, and then you see this mid-level activity. Again, we're seeing some showers and isolated lightning strikes from this. Generally, most folks are dry at the moment, but pockets of rain out there. It's going to move to the north. We'll have to watch to see if it can hold together into San Luis Obispo. Again, modeling is showing that we should get brushed by this, but it should be diminishing in terms of strength. And there's some beautiful shot there of Avila Beach. Temperatures 70s, 80s, and 90s today, warmest in the interior. So this activity will lift out of the area. Down the road, we're watching what happens out of the Pacific Northwest. It's pretty interesting because the longer-term modeling is suggesting we should be cooler than average mid-month, wetter than average, and the reason why we're going to see more activity coming out of the Pacific Northwest here. And that's what we're watching in the longer term. 84 in Paso Robles, 77 San Luis, 73 Santa Maria and Lompoc, and 77 in Santa Barbara. Again, for the next few hours here, we'll have to watch those scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. And then overnight, for us on the south coast, we're going to have to watch that activity trying to bubble up from L.A. and Orange County, places to the south. We'll have to see whether or not that holds together in the overnight. So scattered showers. But the extended forecast, even though we have more fronts coming through, we're not going with a big forecast for rain, not yet. Again, toward mid-month, it does look interesting in terms of the potential. But cooler will be the note you may notice as well. Richard, back to you.